Welcome back. My name is Ralph, and here we help each other learn how to build real systems using VB.NET. Right. In the previous lessons, we learned how to use controls like text boxes, combo boxes, and buttons. Right. But today we are taking things, I will say, to the next level again. Okay, we are going to build a simple loan management system using VB.NET WinForms. Right. Okay. In this app, right, a user will enter a borrower's name and the amount the borrower is borrowing, right? And then they will select a loan term using a combo box, and the system will calculate the total amount, monthly installment, and then they will generate a message, some sort of a message that will look like an SMS or something that will be sent to the borrower, right, to confirm the loan. Yeah. Okay. So this is how our app looks like, right? The GUI looks like, or the GUI looks like. Okay, on the left it's your loan details, and on your right is your payment details. And always make sure that you name your controls, like your text boxes right here. You have to name it like text borrower, amount borrowed, payment type, or loan terms, whatever you want to name it, right? As long as you name them so that you can remember when you're typing, when you're coding. Then these are just labels, right? These four are just labels. I just change their properties, like give them a border, remove the text. I think you do know how to do this, right? Change the border style to fixed single, and then change their auto size also to false so that I can resize them, right? So the message is where we're going to display the dynamic message, like the summary of the loan, like showing that the loan has been approved and everything like that, right? Okay, so yeah, let's begin to code. So how do we do this? To code first, you have to do this first. Let's populate this combo box in when the form loads. So we're going to do that on the load event, right? We're gonna double click anywhere on the form. It's gonna open. Let me just zoom it a little bit so that you can see properly. Okay, let me give it some room to breathe. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a comment. I'll say add loan terms. Okay, then CMB. So the first one would be in a month, an option to pay in a month. Then the second one will be you can put whatever you want here in the month. I'm just making an example. It's quite simple. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. Now we'll go back to our form. We wanna code this button, right? So that when they click submit, it will calculate everything again. Let's do this. First, we're gonna get the borrower's name first. We're gonna start by declaring borrower. I'm just gonna say borrower is string. And then after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and validate if the user has put a borrower's name. If and I'm gonna give the message box a title. I'm just gonna say name missing, and I will give it an OK button and an error icon. Okay, let me just bring it down there. I'm gonna focus on the borrow text box, and after that I'll exit sub so that the code stops reading at the end. Then okay, after that here, okay, we're gonna do loan calculations, right? Loan calculations. Okay, and we're gonna do that by, okay, we're gonna start by declaring our variables. We're gonna start by declaring interest in as decimal. You can put any any interest you want. I'll just say 0.4 or 40%. Okay, and then after that I'll declare principal amount, which is the amount borrowed, right? Simply we're gonna have to get the amount borrowed as decimal. I'll just give it 0 at first, and then let's fetch it like while validating if the user actually put a valid number. I don't know if you get me. We're validating while we converting it to decimal, right? Using if not decimal dot, using try pass function, built-in function, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna say txt amount borrowed text. If it's not decimal, right? If it's not anything that's decimal and we are converting it to decimal, any number that's going to be put there is going to be converted into decimal. Any number. So if they put anything other than a number, it's going to show this message box. Okay, then message box to show please enter invalid amount. I'm gonna give it a title invalid amount, an OK button, and an error icon. Yeah, should be there. After that, let's focus on the text, amount borrowed text. Dot focus, and then let's exit sub. Okay, after that, let's get our loan terms from the ComboBox, right? Remember, this is how it looks like. In a month, it means it's 1 month. The loan term is going to be 1 month. In 3 months, you get the logic, right? Okay, now, how do we get the loan term? We're gonna, in this case, we're gonna use select case. Actually, I'm gonna introduce select case. It's just like an if statement, right? It's a conditional statements, if I can put it like that. But somehow it's a little bit different from if statements. I'll show you how. So to use a select case, let's first start by declaring our loan term variable. Dim loan term as, I'll say integer because we just want it as a whole number. Integer is equal to, first we'll give it a 0. Loan term. Okay, okay. we're gonna say select case, and then cmb dot selected in index, yes. And here we're gonna say case 1. We are starting with 1 because we know 0 is gonna be this string, I mean this line, and then our 1 is gonna be in a month, then our 2 is gonna be in 3 months, and so forth. Our 3 is gonna be in 6 months, you'll see. So here we're gonna start at 1, right? So our first case is gonna be, our loan is gonna be equal to 1. Then our second case, our loan is gonna be equal to 3, which means they're gonna pay in 3 months, right? Our third case, it's gonna be, our loan term will be 6. It means they're gonna pay in 6 months, right? Then our last case, which is fourth case, loan term will be 12, which means they will pay in 12 months. Okay, after that, now we can do our calculation. I'm just gonna use it's a simple interest calculation, right? Financial calculation, simple interest for this case. Okay, you'll see. Okay, now we're gonna start by declaring amount payable as decimal, and we're gonna get it from this formula. It's gonna be principal amount, which is the one from, which is amount borrowed. We got it from the text box. We got it from the text box, and then we're gonna multiply it by 1 plus interest rate. It's supposed to be interest rate here. Let me change it quickly. Interest rate, okay. Multiply by loan term. Yeah, so that's gonna be our amount payable. Then our monthly installment, I'm just gonna declare dim installments as it's gonna be amount payable divided by loan term, right? I guess, I don't know if you get the logic. So if the user borrowed 1,000, we're gonna put it, it's gonna be put here from the text box, and then the interest rate, we know it's 0.4, and if the loan term, if they choose 1 is gonna be put here. If they choose 3, it's gonna be put here, and so on, just like that. That's how the formula works. So here, this line right here, it's installment. To get installment, we're just gonna divide amount payable by the loan term, right? Let's go on ahead and display the message, right? Okay, we're gonna start by calling our labels right here, like amount payable, date borrowed, and so on. Okay, we're gonna say LBL amount payable dot text. It's gonna be equal to amount payable. So how do we, if we want our application to show currency, you're gonna say dot to string, open brackets, and then you put a capital letter C in between. Okay, now let's display our date. LBL date borrowed. To display date, you're just gonna say it's equal to date dot today. It's gonna show today's date, right? If you say now, it's gonna show today's date and time, maybe seconds at some time. So we're just gonna say today. Okay, now LBL, let's show monthly installment text is equal to monthly installment is going to be equal to installment dot to string, so that it can show currency. Okay, now let's display the message. The text is equal to, okay, we're gonna say hello, and borrower's name. Let's create some space after that. Create it later. Then here we're just gonna put the amount, right? Let me create some space after that. We're gonna put amount borrowed, it's principal amount dot to string, so that it also shows currency, right? Okay, let me just take it to the next line. Okay, here now we're gonna put amount payable, right? After amount payable, I think we're gonna have to put installment. Yeah, I'm just gonna say installment. Let me put space behind it so that there can be space. Okay. It's installment dot to string to show currency. After that, yeah, and I also wanted to generate some reference. How do we do that? Okay, you're gonna come below here. We're just gonna see, okay, general. Okay, we're gonna say dim date of birth. Okay, dim ref number. I don't like writing like that, like ref number. It should be in full, like reference number, or because we're not gonna know if it's a referee number or something. You see? Okay, never mind about that. We'll keep it like that for now. Okay, dim ref number is. It's just gonna be string because we're gonna mix in numbers with characters. I mean with alphabets. So it's gonna be. It's gonna be created with. It's gonna start with ref, then a dash, and just borrower's date of birth. What is that? And then borrower's date of birth, right? Yeah. So after that, we're just gonna put our reference here. Let's put some space first, and then put reference. Yeah, we're just gonna say ref number. I think that's pretty much it, right? But I didn't validate the combo box. Or should I do it? Let me do it again. If okay, I'll give the message box this title. Okay. An OK button and an error message. I mean an error icon. Perfect. Okay, let's focus on the combo box. After that, we exit sub. And that's pretty much it. Control S to save, and then let's try it. Okay, we're gonna put pro's name. I only want 1000. Yeah, it was supposed to show this first. Let's go fix that quickly. I think it's supposed to be here, right there. We're just gonna say same B. Set a default. It's something default, right? Let's select it. Index is supposed to be default value. Yeah, let me say a default value. Okay, let's run it again. I just want 1000. Okay, now let's submit, and there you go. That's your, as simple as that. It shows everything, right? Amount payable, date borrowed. Now it's gonna show monthly installment. It's gonna be 1,400, since they're only gonna pay once in a month. Okay, so let's try 3 months. Submit. There you have it. Okay, so before that, you can see that it's in a decimal form, right? How do we round it off? How do we round the answers off to like the nearest decimal point? I don't know. Okay, it's either you can round it up or round it down. Okay, here we're gonna round it up. And how do we do that? You're gonna go back to your formula, right? And then you're gonna put some brackets first. Okay, let's put some brackets first. And then you're gonna say math dot ceiling. It's gonna convert it. It's gonna, to the nearest. And then let's do it on this one too. English. I'm sorry for that. Okay, now I'm gonna say math dot ceiling. Or if you wanna round it down, you're gonna say maths dot floor. You see, simple as that. But we're gonna round it up. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Name is Ralph. Okay, this time around I want to put 2000. Okay, and I'm gonna pay it in 3 months. Okay. Submit. And there you have it. There you go. Which means I'm gonna be paying 1,400 per month, and my amount payable is 4,400. Yeah. So that's according to the calculations, right? Okay. Let's see if I choose in a month, how much is it gonna be? So if you put it in your calculator, it's gonna give you this amount. And then if, okay, let's say if in 3 months, or let me put 1,000. 1,000. It's easier to explain, right? And they're gonna pay in 3 months. Yeah, you see, it means it divided this to 2,200 by 3 to give you this 734. Yeah, see, simple as that. And there you have it. You have your simple loan application. So that's it for today. Next time I'll see you, we'll do database. Yeah, just to connect, just to save everything to database, right? And then, yeah, after that, I'm gonna start by doing. I'll start doing level 2 TVET. Yeah, level 2 TVET question papers, like ISD question papers, or introduction to is it introduction to system development? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing next. At least I'll do my five question papers. If you are interested, I'll do more, right? Okay, so thank you. I'll see you next time.